Greetings of the day. I am Dr. Ashok Kumar Katta, Department of MBA, Vistas, Program MBA, Subject Operations Management. Today, the topic for the presentation is on manufacturing planning and controlling systems. Manufacturing planning and controlling system. Why this topic is so important to study under operation management subject? Because success of the business organization which is depending on inventory management. When we have sufficient inventory, there is no question of shortage of production or manufacturing delay will not be taking place. So success of a business organization, behind that the materials will be playing an important role. Here the 5 major levels in the manufacturing, planning and controlling systems. Those are: first one, strategic business plan, production plan, or it is also called it as sales and operations plan, master production schedule, material requirements plan, purchasing and production activity control. Now we'll talk one by one what is the importance of the content of that. First one, strategic business plan. Each and every business, they will have their own business model. Here the senior level management too, as well as the lower level management, they will keep on passing about by the various directions towards how to achieve by their regular goals at the organization. Here the next 2 years or next 10 years, how they want to see the growth of their institution, which is basically depending on the kind of business model what you have chosen, as well as what is the secret or the plan behind the success of your organization. It should be clearly knowing by the top level management too, when they are passing the directions, or who is going to real time implementation of the plan. Those people also, they should know for how to implementing. It is completely based that a long range forecast. Here we are providing a clear cut framework towards the goals, objectives, furthermore what we supposed to do for increase of marketing strategies, how to control the cost cutting systems, how to enlarge or extending that to get more finance from many other bodies. Also to be definitely influence on your business plan. Next one, production plan. Here the importance of production plan is commonly talking about the quantity of production what you are producing in the group or the family that must be produced for each period. Here we should know the desired inventory levels or the resources of equipment, labor and material needed for each period or by the cyclical process. After the availability of the resources only, they will be going with an effective production plan. Production plan, once you started, once you are going for enforcement, it should not be disturbed about by the your regular activities. In between there is a sudden inventory levels are low or some equipment was make a repair, labor was saying unexpected leaves or by the absenteeism, all these things are directly indirectly will be influencing on your production plan. So an effective plan, it has to give a balanced priority for how to increase the capacity of the organization. Master production schedule. The master production schedule is the combination of each and every departments. In the subject we are talking about the operations management. According to this, what is the impact of master production schedule? It breaks down the production plan to show for each period the quantity of each end item to be made. Being a manufacturer, or a plant organizer, you should know how much of time you are taking for manufacturing of the product. What is the quantity you are going to producing in a day or particular week. Based on that, based on the inputs also, they will be considering that the MPS means Master Production Schedule or the production plans for an effective forecast about to the each and every individual item. This is like sales orders, inventories and existing capacity also to be monitored, to be knowing by the institutions. The level of detail for the MPS is higher than for the production plan. Then only your planning execution is really good. Your planning was 100% is good. When it comes to the MPS, the ultimate results is more than 150%. Everybody will appreciate your production plan as well as the real-time implementation. You are taking that very beautiful steps for how to increase about by the production increasing aspects. Next one, material requirements plan. The MRP is a plan for the production and purchase of the components. Of course, we are also completely depending on the suppliers of the organizations. Each and every supplier, ultimately they will be providing a good quantity size of supply of materials or inventory or many other components are to be using by the MRP system. After using about their materials only we are manufacturing. If in case any delay of MRP system, maybe one component or the suppliers are delaying about materials because of various reasons, ultimately this should not be show any kind of negative effect on your regular production. The MRP established when the components and services are needed to make each end item. As we know, the importance of the components as well as the services are rendering by a machine or by the employees of the organization. Here, services also we need to consider not only by the internal helping departments or the resources, but also that outside indirectly or directly many people are helping for to achieve our targets. Those things also to be considered when you are preparing these MRP services. Next one, purchasing and production activity control. This is completely a representation of what is your plan of action. Relatively, they will be talking about the success. Everybody will be talking about their plan with a high expective way. But when it comes to the real-time implementation, they will be come to know the problems and they will suddenly drop it or they will take it back their steps for implementation of those things. But the purchasing and production activity, which is talking about only the execution phase, implementation and controlling phase only. After purchasing everything, we are compulsory in a position of manufacturing. If in case the flow of raw materials, when it is moved on to the factory, if we have any kind of problems related to the productivity also to be considered. Certain materials can be produced, certain materials we need to hold it for some time, it won't be have any kind of problem. But this will not be suitable all the time for all the kind of materials. When there is a problem, immediately we need to have a look on that. If we stop the production, will it show any kind of negative effect on our existing materials? Also to be noted and considered by the institutions before implementing by the strategy, because they are investing lakhs and crores of rupees on the investment on the purchasing of the materials. Thank you.